I'm doing what I enjoy doing. It's like other men like to play golf, so they play golf every chance they can. So you don't say to them, how come you're playing golf today? You played last week. It was the same with me. To me, it is such fun creating characters, writing stories. It's an exciting life, and when you do something that you know the fans seem to enjoy, that gives you such satisfaction, you don't want to stop. Being interested in what you're doing. I know my father, the poor guy, it was during the Depression, and he was out of work most of the time. So his life was shorter, and it was because there was nothing really that he was doing that could interest him. But I think if you do what really excites you, it just keeps you going as long as possible. Believe it or not, I almost never have been stuck on anything. Writing comes very easily to me. Everything else in the world is tough, but writing, I don't have any problem with that. I can't write fast enough to keep up with the things I want to say. I think whatever you do, you should do what you most want to do and what you're best at. Too many people don't really do what their heart's desire is, but they try to do something else because they think, well, it'll be easy to get a job or to make money. And if that happens, then when you're doing it, you feel like you're working. But if you do what you really want to do, you feel like you're playing. It's easier for you to do. I know I wanted to be a musician when I was young, but I had no talent for it. If I had wasted time trying to be a musician, I'd have either been a failure or I'd have been just an ordinary musician. But I love writing also, and it came easier to me. So I figured I'd stay with that. I think you have to do what you do best and what you enjoy. And I began to realize that entertainment is very important in people's lives. Most people, almost everybody, have lives that have problems and troubles and things to worry about. And if you can entertain somebody, take his or her mind off the things that would normally be bothering them, that's a good thing to do. Mostly, I've just enjoyed everything I've been doing, and I think my professional life has been a source of much pleasure for me.
What's up, everybody? My name is Santos Borjas. A lot of you guys might know me as Saint. The hardest part of high school for me, I feel, is doing my schoolwork. I was one to get easily distracted. I was not focused. I didn't do really much of my schoolwork, but until I had to make a change in myself, and I wanted my family, not only did my family want to see me graduate, but I wanted to see myself graduate. So I had to make a change and started, doing my schoolwork, and I've made a commitment to myself to graduate early, and I've overcome that commitment, and now I graduated early. So that's where I'm at.
I think the hardest thing was probably staying on track for me. I'm super easily sidetracked, and I think the biggest motivator was like my future goals, kind of like getting the bigger picture in mind and really pushing for that. And then once I got that going for me, I was able to do it.
The hardest part in high school was not having companions in high school. But because I moved to Rancho Learning Center, there are teachers whom I can count as companions.
Probably in 10th grade when the pressure really got to me, and that's when I transferred here. And yeah, and then just this environment just really helped me get out of that hole. Yeah.
Probably getting up in the morning It was the toughest part. I just didn't want to get up and go to school, but my friends made that easy for me because I'd always go and see them and hang out with them, and they'd just be my brothers, and we'd go skate and stuff. So yeah, that was the toughest part, and that's how I got through it.
Probably trying to figure out how to manage my time and how to get my work done on time and all of that. And I think that I overcame it by learning new time management skills.
The hardest part about high school for me was to realize how important it was and how important keeping on track with all my work was. I used to not do as much work. I would procrastinate a lot. Sometimes I still have my moments where I do, but I've gotten a lot better than I was.
The hardest part of high school was probably developing my mental illnesses, and I overcame them with going to therapy and with talking to different people who had been through the same situations that I had been, and my parents were a big help in helping me to understand all of that as well.
The toughest part about high school for me was finding the drive and the motivation to get through the homework and all the work at school, and learning how to become more social and interact with people better. And I got through it by accepting the help from all the people here, and learning that I have courage to be able to do these things for myself and the people that have helped me so much.
Toughest part about high school was not having my parents around, well, especially my mom. I overcame them by coming to Rancho Learning Center. They helped me out. Now I get to graduate.
I would say the hardest part is staying focused. You can't let little side things get to you.
Well, I had a really hard time keeping up with all the piling homework and stuff, but I got over the counselors definitely helped me a lot, and all of my teachers, because they were really supportive, and I think I just needed a little push in the right direction, because I think I was kind of going downhill a little bit, but they helped me a lot, so yeah.
I currently go to PCC. I'm trying to get my AA for tourism and hospitality management and trying to transfer after.
My future plans are to go to a Division I college and possibly go to the NFL.
My future plans for me is to continue to inspire and motivate kids all over the world to break dancing with my family all over the world, which I've been doing with my family already, and then, in the meanwhile, teaching kids how to break dance and DJ, basically all the elements of hip hop, getting these kids off of the streets and doing something positive with performing arts, and you can get somewhere with performing arts. So, within the road, we're gonna open up our facility to teach kids how to break dance and DJ. So, and we'll keep you guys posted on that. But that's what my main focus is right now.
I really want to go to PCC and get my gen ed done, and then transfer to Cal Poly and major in kinesiology, hopefully to get my doctorates in physical therapy, and I want to work in that field.
Well, I'll go to community college, learn what I need to know, and figure out what to do next.
Well, in the fall I'll be going to Fullerton College, and I have two routes to take, either being a special ed teacher or a vet tech, or we'll see what happens.
After college, I'm moving to Salt Lake City. I'm gonna start living on my own, making a future for myself, giving back to my mom, because I'm grateful for what she did for me.
I'm going to take a year off and then just work, and then I'm going to go to esthetician school and become an esthetician.
My future plans are to go to PCC and find what I really enjoy doing Now that I can set my mind to different things and stay motivated to do that, I'll be able to find what I really enjoy.
My future plans are to get a job at a production company and be able to make short films and produce different type of animations and voice act in them.
First, I'm gonna go to Garden City Community College, and after that, I'm gonna try to go to a D1 college, and then after that, I'm gonna try to go to the NFL.
I have a couple ideas. One of them was law enforcement. The other one's a social worker. And for fun, I could be a tattoo artist.
I want to become a veterinarian to help animals.
My future plans are to attend Oakhurst Community College and then try and transfer to Fresno State, and then I want to be a therapist.
Play football in college, engineering, into making cars, car shapes, car models.
I would like to thank my mom, my dad, my teachers and counselors, and my boyfriend.
People I want to thank are my mom, my dad, and my siblings, my family in general, for pushing me and encouraging me to go after my commitment, which was to graduate early, and I did. So I want to thank my mom, my dad. I want to thank Miss Malinowski, my teacher that's been with me for maybe about, I think, 6-7 years. I'm not sure, it's pretty long. But thank you very much for putting up with my headaches. I know I was your favorite student. I wasn't. But yeah, Miss Malinowski, my high school teacher, Mr. Axtell, you're an awesome teacher. Thank you for your hard work and pushing me to graduate. I really do appreciate it, and congratulations on your retirement. And I also would like to thank everybody, the staff here at Rancho Learning Center, Ms. McQuaid, Ms. Perez, Mr. Lee, awesome dude. I just want to thank you guys very much for your support.
I want to thank my teachers and everybody here, because I am the most stubborn pain in the butt, and you guys never gave up, and you just kept pushing me and kept finding different ways to motivate me, as I was changing, which was super awesome. And I want to thank my parents too, because they also stayed on top of me outside of school, which was helpful in the end. So thank you, everybody.
I'd like to thank Ms. Wattis, Ms. Perez, Mr. Johnson, and Mr. Lee for being my companions. They're the ones that helped me and supported me along the way. No matter how hard it was, they managed to simplify it for me. I'd like to thank my mom for getting in touch with Mr. Crosby and Michael, and Mr. Crosby for helping me through transferring from Arcadia High School to Rancho Learning Center, and Michael for helping me grow.
I would like to thank my mom for letting me come to this school, and the counselor at Arcadia High who recommended me to come to this school, and all the teachers who are here, and all the students here, and my friends who are really supportive, because without them I wouldn't have loved this school as much as I do.
Thankful for my mom. I know it's been rough in high school, and all my school-wise, I guess. So I'm very thankful for her for being supportive of me, and I'm gonna do everything I can to make her proud. I'm also thankful for my coaches, Mr. Lee, and like I said, all my friends, and I'm just excited for what the future has.
I would like to thank my family for always pushing me, and Mr. Lee and Miss Perez and Mr. Axtell and Mr. Johnson.
I would really like to thank my mom and my dad for pushing me towards success. They always want me to do better, and I would also like to thank the staff members, specifically Mr. Lee and Miss Perez. They both have been there for me and helped me through some pretty rough times.
I'd like to thank my mom and dad for putting up with everything that I had to put up with. I'd like to thank Miss Juarez for being such an amazing teacher and just really taking me under her wing and teaching me so much. And I'd like to thank Mr. Crosby for being an amazing counselor to go to, and he was super understanding, and it felt like more talking to a friend than talking to, you know, someone in charge. And I would love to thank Miss McQuaid as well. She's been amazing, and anyone else who's ever helped me, and Mr. Lee, of course, because he's awesome, and all the young kids who always ran up to me every day and tried to give me hugs and try to tell me about their lives, because that always put a smile on my face.
I would like to thank all the staff here, including Mrs. Perez, Mr. Lee, Mrs. Wu, Tim Crosby, and Molly Lahani. And I would also like to thank my family for supporting me through school, like my dad, my mom, my aunts, my uncles, my grandma. Thank you.
I'd like to thank my sister Andrea and my brother Frank, because they pushed me throughout high school and helped me strive for better. And now I'm graduating.
Anybody else?
I'd like to thank Miss Perez for helping me get into college and guiding me. And I'd like to thank Mr. Johnson for helping me out with all my classes.
I'd like to thank my football coaches, Coach Mooney, Coach Valdez, and Coach Pollocky. I'd like to thank my teacher, Mr. Lee. I'd like to thank my counselors, Mr. Crosby and Dr. Figueroa. And I'd like to thank my parents for everything. I would like to thank Coach P, Coach Lance, my dad, my mom, all my coaches for giving me an awesome senior year. And the entire Arcadia staff, the entire Rancho staff, Miss McQuaid, oh my God, I love you. And Mr. Lee, my main man, it's been an awesome year with him since I met Mr. Lee, Jeremy Lynn. It's been great with him. So thank you.
I want to thank my Grammy and my parents, of course, and also, honestly, I think all administration of the high school and anyone who's ever helped me with school, and yeah.
It's been a long day without you, my friend, and I'll tell you all about it when I see you again. We've come a long way from where we began. Oh, I'll tell you all about it when I see you again. When I see you again.
All the planes we flew, good things we've been through, that I'll be standing right here talking to you about another path. I know we love to hit the road and laugh, but something told me that it wouldn't last. Had to switch up, look at things different, see the bigger picture. Those were the days, hard work forever pays. Now I see you in a better place. How can we not talk about family when family's all that we got? Everything I went through, you were standing there by my side, and now you gon' be with me for the last ride.
It's been a long day without you, my friend, and I'll tell you all about it when I see you again. We've come a long way, from where we began.
You know we started.
Oh, I'll tell you all about it when I see you again.
I'll tell you.
When I see you again.
First you both go out your way and the vibe is feeling strong, and what's small turn to a friendship turn to a bond, and that bond will never be broken, the love will never get lost. And when brotherhood come first, and the line will never be crossed. Established it on our own when that line had to be drawn, and that line is what we reach. So remember me when I'm gone. How can we not talk about family when family's all that we got? Everything I went through, you were standing there by my side, and now you gon' be with me for the last ride.
Let the light guide your way. Yeah. Hold every memory as you go, and every road you take will always lead you home. Oh, it's been a long day without you, my friend, and I'll tell you all about it when I see you again. We've come a long way from where we began. Oh, I'll tell you all about it when I see you.